Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Uncanny Spirits Club. It's kind of late where I'm at right now, so I've had a rough couple of days, so I'm pretty tired and exhausted. But I wanted to make sure I got this out of the way, especially after the accident that happened to episode 66, which you will notice is conspicuously missing. It was supposed to be today, which should be June 22nd. And I was going through clearing out old videos from the local storage, and I accidentally ended up deleting the entire broadcast. The cloud storage I have, the local cloud storage I have for what we use to record and stream everything, has a certain amount, like an upper gigabyte limit, and we're getting close to it. So I was clearing out a bunch of stuff to make way, and I ended up deleting the entire broadcast before it had aired. And that was kind of a big episode. It's kind of important. So I'm going to try to reshoot it and insert it out of order later. I don't know. But in the meantime, dirty fingernails. I have, for episode 67, I have recently released Writer's Tears Double Oak Irish Whiskey. It's been aged in American and French oak, 46% alcohol per volume, so that is about 92 proof, so not bad for an Irish whiskey. It's using 2 oaks and 2 styles of premium Irish whiskey aged in American oak bourbon barrels from Kentucky and French oak cognac. I can tell I'm tired. Cognac casks from the Cognac region of France. Unmalted barley, malted barley, triple distilled the Irish way, French and American oak casks. So interesting stuff. The Writer's Tears series is a set of Irish whiskeys, and each one is slightly different. This one is from chapter 3, it says, and there's a little story written on the label here, and there's also some stuff on the box, which is pretty nice. I could have brought that in there, but I didn't. This video is not that great, but I'm gonna pop that cork. That's a nice tightness on the cork. Almost a little degradation on the cork there, so better watch out. Hope none of this is getting the spirits. It smells interesting. It smells real fruity. Super fruity. Ooh, super fruity. I've got an ice cube in my rocks glass here. So we're going to go ahead and pour that in. Now it's a dark, kind of reddish brown, orange brown in the bottle. In the glass, it's a nice golden color. A nice golden color there. And we're going to let that sit for just a minute while the ice does a little bit of melting. I'm doing this in 2 parts in the same video here because I had an idea. I'm going to do my standard review of Writer's Tears, and then also, because I'm already exhausted and I might as well push that to the absolute limit and help myself get some sleep tonight, I have some Killian's Irish Red. So I'm going to make a variation of the black and tan, which is generally Guinness, and a whiskey of some kind. And I'm going to make a red and tan. I don't know. Orangutan? I don't know. I don't know what you'd call it. But I'm going to use Killian's as the base. I'm going to add some Writer's Tears to the start of it and see what I can come up with. Probably a poor idea. Like I said, I'm exhausted. I could use the sleep. I could use the pass out. So that has had a chance to kind of melt a little bit. It's got nice viscosity. Not quite as slippery as some Irish whiskies. Not quite as clingy as some heavy scotches either. But I'm looking forward to it. I've read a lot about Writer's Tears, and I feel like, for some reason, I feel like I've done one before, but not this version. But now I can't remember. Or I've seen it and I just didn't want to try it. I don't have a price for you, but it was not cheap. It's in the neighborhood of $59.99 at least, possibly more. Um, they didn't have a price on it inside the store, and I tried to scan it with the store app, and it didn't come up. And then when I got to the checkout, I already had a bunch of other stuff that I was getting, and so I didn't factor it into what the final price was. So lazy, but I'm, like I said, exhausted, tired. So here we go. Writer's Tears Double Oak. Ooh, it's very sweet. Ooh, it has a fume that goes right up and then goes right down into the chest. Big blossom of heat. That is certainly interesting. It's strong. It doesn't have... Irish whiskey tends to have a not very strong taste and a good kick after you've had a couple of them. This has the kick and everything all right up front. This is, I can taste the influence of the cognac. I can taste the influence of the cognac cask. It's definitely in there. It reminds me a little bit of some Courvoisier, but better, because Courvoisier is, relatively cheap cognac as far as it goes. Inexpensive, I guess. Not necessarily cheap, but inexpensive. Um, Not as high end as Douce or something in that nature, but I can definitely taste the influence. Let's take another one. It hits you, and you taste all that sweetness on the lips first. Like the smell of it fills your nostrils before it even hits the tongue and starts registering all those different notes and things on there. It's almost a little bit like a scotch as well. A little bit like a Speyside. A little bit like a Speyside scotch, which tells you something, because that's kind of an acquired taste for scotch drinkers. You've got the peated and you've got the Highland, which is the peated is usually the Islay Scotch, and this is more like a Speyside Scotch, which is very interesting. Not a lot of people like that, but I think it's decent. I think it's decent. Not bad. So now, take a Goose Island pint glass. Take what I got in here. Daily Drippy. Nice and clean. It's like I'm doing a magic trick, right? Here we go. Got that. Set that there for a second. Take my cold Killian's Irish Red. I can get the bottle opener on there. There's a trunk already. Probably not, but come on now. There you go. That's all kept. Didn't want to catch there. All right, some Killian's Irish Red. My Goose Island. Let's see how good my pour is. Not bad. Not the best head on it for an ale, but you know what? I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to. I have many other things to complain about, but that's not going to be one of them. Set that aside. Let that settle for just a minute. Got some bubbles in there, some good carbonation. I'm interested in how this is going to affect the taste of the Irish Red. I got the Irish Red because I was trying to save a little bit of money rather than buying Guinness, because Guinness is several bucks more than the Irish Red was, which the Irish Red was on sale at my local supermarket. $12.49 for a 12 pack, which is not bad. I didn't see that as being that bad. The Guinness was not on sale, and it was $16.99, which, still isn't a lot, but, I'm trying to scrape and save a little bit, even though I bought this Rider's Tears, which is $60, probably. I went online and I kind of compared secondary market prices, which is probably a poor idea because it's probably not quite the right range, but I got the sense that it was about a $59.99 bottle. So here we go. Killian's Irish Red and Rider's Tears Double Oak. Let's see what we have. It has definitely enhanced the flavor of the Irish Red. The Irish Red is still the dominant taste here, but there's a nice bit of sweetness layered over top. Not bad. It hasn't changed it too much, so if you're worried it was going to be ruined or if it was going to be something dramatically different, but it's really not that bad. It mixes very well. Gives it a nice extra malty kind of taste to it. I'm digging it. So, Rider's Tears Double Oak, good stuff. I like it. Not the most expensive out there, but not the cheapest either. 92 proof. Available now in Ohio, in north central Ohio, I suppose, because I'm not quite northeast Ohio. I'm kind of a little bit farther down. So, the northern end of central Ohio. So, if you like Irish whiskey and you want something new, and you like Speyside scotches, it's a good option. It's a good option. And that's it. Like I said, I will be going back and trying to do another episode 66. And you'll find out why when I do it. And I hope I have enough left, because since I did that, I've been sipping on the product from that. And I don't have a whole lot left. Let me adjust something over here. Sorry about that. In your face, like super like tired. So tired. Anyway. You will see episode 66 after this one, and you'll understand why I had to redo it after I deleted it. Otherwise, I would just let it float through the ether and wouldn't worry about it. Okay? Until then, I hope everybody has a great evening, great morning, great afternoon, whatever. Until then, cheers.